Hi, I'm Janine Strawn and I'm the Director of Green Design Solutions. I design solar passively designed homes, both on-grid and off-grid. The one that I'm about to show you is an off-grid home. Come along for the journey as part of Sustainable House Day. So with this home, it's in Tambo Crossing. It's in country Victoria. It's a contemporary family home. It has a thermal rating of 6 stars, and that was given a couple of years ago, but this is an off-grid home. And it's been designed to maximise the incredible scenery that occurs around the Tambo Valley. As I said, it's off-grid. It features granite rock-clad ground floor. All the granite has been extracted from the actual site itself. It sits on 270 acres of farming land and forested areas. It's been in my client's family property for over 70 years, and he got sick and tired of actually running the tractor over these granite rocks, these floaters. So he decided that when he wanted to build his family home back on this property, that he would actually use the granite rock, the pink granite rock. It's also thermally broken double glazed windows. It has a lift well in it for aging in place. It has solar hot water evacuated tubes, as well as a wetback system. And also it's exposed concrete slab and timber flooring. It has both north and west facing living areas, and you'll see why in a few minutes. It has zoned living areas and massive rainwater tanks, well over 100 litres of rainwater tanks feeding into the home. So here is obviously an overview of the house. The solar panels up on the roof. We've got 10 kilowatts on the roof. Battery storage is inside a dedicated storage area within the garage, which is ventilated. This is the west face, and as you can see, they've got views to the east. They've also got views to the west, incredible views to the west down the Tambo Valley, which is what they wanted to achieve. And they've got really great views to the north and to the south. So they're pretty spoilt with with opportunities, but they really wanted to maximise the views down the valley. Now, these are only just supporting rainwater tanks. The actual bigger rainwater tank is about 800 metres away across the land, and it's gravity feeding these because it's at a higher point from a very, very large shedded area. They've also obviously got a swimming pool for their family and friends. And this is the result of the beautiful pink granite stone that were floaters surrounding the site. They were lucky enough to come across one of the stonemasons who does a lot of work up at Hotham Heights. And he came down over his quieter period for a number of months to actually fit every single cut and split and fit every single rock in place. It's a really incredible finish, and my clients were just so ecstatic about the end result. And also what we've got here is we've got cross-flow ventilation occurring through the house. And so as you can see, as you enter the front of the house, you can see directly through the house and down the valley of the Tambo River, or the Tambo Valley. It's a really stunning view. And that's the view. So they can not only look out and see their grazing animals across their property, but they can also, see what happens, along the highway, the Tambo Valley Highway and the river, and, taking advantage of this incredible view. So because these are west-facing windows, we had to have a really low SHGC, solar heat gain coefficient, applied to those particular windows to help reduce the solar heat gain coming in from the west setting sun, which is obviously extremely hot in the summertime. And certainly that's been a significant benefit. This is what has also contributed to us only achieving a 6-star as opposed to a 7-star building, but I think you can attest, you can probably also agree that it's quite an extraordinary view. We've got ceiling fans in every single living area and in every bedroom. They're reverse cycle, of course, so they can be turned on, you know, when required. We've also got some really great north-facing rooms, windows, I should say, to bring in that winter sunshine deeply into the home in the winter time. Got timber flooring upstairs, and we've got exposed concrete slab downstairs. So here's the other north windows into the family in the kitchen area. And we've got a lot of north-facing windows downstairs as well. This is the dining, kitchen area, living area, where, as you can see, it's incredible views in all directions. So this is the view out to the south, obviously to the west. They want to age in place. They are in their late 60s and early 70s. They want to be there for the rest of their life. And as a result of that, we put in a lift well. We designed a space for a lift well because they weren't really committed to putting a lift in immediately. But luckily, before the house was constructed, they decided that, yeah, a lift would be the best option for them for moving forward into the future. We've got exposed concrete slab downstairs, and as you can see, the beautiful north sunshine coming deeply into the house through these thermally broken double glazed sliding doors. So thermal mass such as this in the exposed concrete slab absorbs the heat from the solar radiation coming through the windows, stores it during the day. As nighttime temperature cools, the stored heat from the slab emits back into the room. We've also got a wood-fired stove here because they've got an abundant supply of wood, but they've also, we're having a wetback put on that also for additional hot water service, hot water heating. This is their main bathroom. This is a view to the south, which I think you can also probably appreciate is beautiful. Step-free showers in all of the bathrooms to avoid tripping hazards. Beautiful colours of the cabinetry, really blending well with the timber floor and also giving that gorgeous, you know, hue. This is the view to the east. So they wake up to a lovely east rising sun in the morning with the balcony off there. So the east windows are treated the same as the west windows, with a low solar heat gain coefficient on those glazing. North facing view. This is their ensuite. They wanted to have a separate access so that when they're working outside, they don't want to be traipsing mud right through the house and then going into the shower, you know, to clean off. So we've actually got a separate access there for them so that they can come in directly from outside and directly into the ensuite. You can see a better view of where they're located. Quite extraordinary. So it was a beautiful place to design. I met these clients when they came to see my house that I designed and lived in, and also had open for Sustainable House Day for many years. They came through my house and then they rang me up only a couple of days later and said, you know, can you please design a house for us? Which of course I was pretty blessed, and you know, thinking that this is an incredible site. And they were burnt out. The surrounding area was fully burnt as part of the East Gippsland fires and the 2019-20 summer fires. And luckily, their property wasn't impacted, the house wasn't impacted. Of course, stone won't burn in those sort of fires. However, there is still some timber cladding up at top, as well as Colorbond, which was fine. But the whole property around them, you know, was burnt out. And fortunately for them, you know, they kept safe, and they didn't lose any stock. They just lost some fencing, as well as obviously under significant stress with the severity of those fires. But yeah, they absolutely love living there. And of course, they've got no bills to pay now because they're completely off-grid. So if you've liked this house, and also I've also got a few others on display as part of the virtual Sustainable House Tour, please have a look and see what else I've got to offer. Bye-bye.